We can do the post wrap-up show with the producer here, live. He's probably not expecting to do that. Hey, Craig, what's up, man?
Oh, can you hear me?
There you go. What's up, man?
Oh, hey. Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, good. Yeah, I had to grab my headset. It didn't. So what you doing?
We're doing the post Doomcast podcast show that'll probably get stuck on Stitcher because they can't fucking figure it out. I fucking hate Stitcher because they take the recording, they take the audio, they degrade it. I can't even talk. They take it down to like 24K, so it sounds like shit. They inject their own fucking commercial on it, and then they take the live stream, they record it, and then when I actually do the post production, we change out the audio file. It's still the old shit. It doesn't change.
Oh, geez.
It makes me upset. That's all I'm going to say about it. So what's up with you, man? Were you listening to the show a little bit?
Oh, I was listening to. Yeah, I'm kind of here in the hotel, so I was listening to it. I was actually doing a little work for work while I was listening to you guys, and I was watching MythBusters with no sound. So I kind of was just, once in a while, kind of pretending that, like, you guys kind of match the show once in a while. You were Jamie Heineman. You got Adam Savage there as Charlie McGrath, and
all right, I'm gonna let that pass. I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
It's a compliment. It's a compliment.
All right.
Well, the thing is, so Jamie Heineman's kind of. Well, you're not uptight, but Jamie Heineman's kind of uptight. But I'd call him like the straight guy, kind of.
Oh yeah, no, I'm familiar with the show. I've seen it.
Yeah, you guys kind of fit that in a way. I mean, not exactly, because Adam Savage is kind of a dick, and
see, I would think that I would be the Adam Savage dick.
Well, the thing is, Jamie Heineman's actually, Jamie Heineman's kind of a real person.
His name's Heineman.
I know, Heineman. It's funny. It's like, yeah.
It's very German and Jewy, and it sounds like Hyman. So
I know, Hyman. Yeah, I know, and he's kind of a perv. In real life, he's a bit, not. I don't know to what extent, but the stories I've heard, he's a bit of a perv. Well, anyway, you guys are not them. It doesn't. The analogy, the hymen analology does not really fit perfectly. But just as far as you being like the fact-oriented kind of straight guy, and Charlie being the overly passionate,
yeah, he is a little passionate.
Yeah, freedom fighter. It ends up just it just kind of fits. Now, what I'm doing, I'm just kind of doing what everybody's doing. I think hanging out in Texas, watching this crazy rain going on.
So you're hearing? Most people go to Dallas because you're here for some kind of tech thing, right? You're the class or
yeah, I'm just doing a tech a training, a week-long tech thing.
Anything cool, interesting, things that people would be interested in that you would want to disclose?
No. I'm just working with Cisco stuff, just Cisco Nexus stuff, unified computing, etc. And I've actually got. When I'm not being, Mr. Producer, one of the other things I do is I actually work with unified computing systems. I have a very popular blog in that world just called realworlducs.com, and that's where you'll see me doing other things. It's just posting info, but other than just I don't know, technology is kind of boring. I wouldn't know really what to say about it,
Yeah, it serves a function. As a guy that does, digital logics and a lot of low voltage communication and automation stuff. When I was really young, it was cool. Okay, man, I can make it. I can use an ice cube relay to turn on an LED, and it's going to flash and beep beep beep. You get the basic, make yourself a series circuit, Radio Shack 101, and so that kind of mindset has always been there. But that's really all it is. It's a gate, just like a transistor. It's a gate. It's a one or a zero. It's either on or off. It's either closed or open, like a light switch. It's either closed or open. It's 1 or 0. So when you break it down to the binary aspect, I think it's neat, and people that don't understand it, it's like, wow. But if you've been doing it for 15 or 20 years, you're like, oh, that's just another pinball machine right there. Same thing. Solenoid. See that 5 volts goes there, pulls the plunger, makes it pop, spins the motor, changes the counter.
And at least that moves, and like a solenoid moves where solid state doesn't. Where when I was a kid, I was actually lucky. My dad was a electronics technician in the Navy, and so I grew up with all this. Well, he was done with that before I was even born, but then he fixed TV sets for years when he was younger, back when they had vacuum tubes, and he taught electronics in one of the schools locally sometimes. And so I grew up around oscilloscopes and vacuum tubes and all this great stuff and all these old books that he learned electronics from. And so I got to learn like basic electronics with vacuum tubes and oscilloscopes, and somebody who actually
you're exactly like my child will be. In the Navy, I learned how to work on television systems. I have a tube tester in the back in the garage. I don't use it anymore, but I have one. I have a Tektronix oscilloscope, and the only reason I keep it is actually so I because I know at some point somewhere down the road I might want to teach somebody, because I myself have lost interest in most of it. But it is really cool because it's the basis for everything that we build upon computers today. And I think it's more practical. You can actually build neat things. I mean, that's extended to now. I guess the modern version would be Raspberry Pi. Getting a Raspberry Pi kit, and you can do so much more with that. But it's pretty cool. It's
cool. It's a little bit more fun when you can actually show somebody something. Yeah, because I have an Arduino at home, and I have a Raspberry Pi, and I have done nothing with them. I think they're cool. I look at them once in a while, and some things you buy them and you don't touch them for 3 years, and then one day that's the day, and you do something with it. And I know those things are kind of like that. I mean, I bought them, I've got them, I will do things with them, but I just haven't.
And until that point, you're just lugging around shit.
I am, It's just kind of like where you'll keep an old car that's broken down and you put that in the garage because the neighbors complain about it, and your new car sits outside. Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly it. Well, being here in Dallas and doing like the Cisco training thing, it's funny. It does, when you mention sanctions hurting business, and also like NSA spying.
Yeah, you're seeing it firsthand, right?
Hurting business. Yeah, I see it. And the thing is, like with Cisco and, how the internet works, how networks work. I mean, they're incredibly influential, and their hardware pretty much is what the internet's running on. I'd say 90% of it. And they sell to, other countries. They sell they're an international company, and when
not anymore.
And that's the thing, exactly, not anymore. And it's a tough one, because I see a lot of like with Cisco, they make billions, they have huge market share, but at the same time, there's so much new innovation, new technology that's coming from that company, even if they just buy some of it, buying other companies. But one of the reasons we have an internet that works the way it does, which I would say is pretty good, it does work, and it works internationally, is because of big companies, let's say like Cisco. It's because they got the big money and they can afford the development, and they can make the equipment, and then they can make the code that's going to run on it, and they can develop fast, I guess we call them as ASIC, an integrated circuit just for like packets switching and such. They can make these switches and routers that can move the traffic. I mean, like
shaping routers.
Yeah, they're, and like cloud. The internet is I don't know why we have to call it cloud. The internet was moving in that direction anyway. The cloud is just the natural progression of the internet per se. And it's still the same shit. I work with it. I don't get what the difference is. But
I remember the last time I was in Dallas. This is 2003. I'll just interrupt you here.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
2003, I went to an NEC conference to learn Cisco phone line systems, or phone line. I mean, they're little PBX, but they were also a VoIP. They had voice over IP. It was some of the initial stuff. I mean, the stuff that Cisco has now is pretty stellar technology. Other than, anybody can hack into it, and the NSA has a backdoor right into your freaking server farm or your business office or whatever it may be. So that's the downside of it. But
that's the downside, yeah.
But what happened was I went to this class and we were talking about, one of the selling features of the system at the time was that if you had multiple offices, that you could go into the cloud and you could go and you could forego the long distance fees that you would pay office to office by going VoIP over the cloud. And I remember thinking, like, what the fuck is the cloud, man? And they're like, oh, that's the internet, and you're like, okay, so how does this work? Well, you got a domain name protocol and you got DHCP and and you basically, for the most part, we're just, setting up IP addresses, MAC addresses, and trying to route that stuff from one place to another. But that was like the first taste of ooh, there's something other than just copper wires, but it's still just copper wires, but we're doing something different over the copper wires. And so, now that's not what people think of the cloud at all. I mean, but that's really what it is. It's just going, initially the cloud just meant that you were going into the internet.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I can give you a little bit of, I guess, network.
Give me some context to this.
Yeah, let me give you a little network engineer context. I can tell you where the cloud came from. So, in a network, let's say you have a network of your building, where
a local area network.
A LAN. So you've got your LAN, your building, or actually we're going to say your house. So you've got a LAN in your house. It might be copper. It might be wireless. You might be really badass and have fiber. Where you're, like if you get, your internet from the cable, or whether you get it from DSL or wherever you get it from, that device, where it connects out, that would be represented as just literally a cloud in a network diagram.
Right.
So
that was the cloud. It was in the network diagram. You'd look at the manual and it says, okay, well, where the hell does this go? Where do you terminate? Oh, it goes to the cloud. You're like, okay.
Exactly. Like in a network diagram, the cloud is kind of like a grounding wire. It's like that big ass spike you put in the backyard and you ground your house. Yeah. That's pretty much the cloud. It's your last area of responsibility. It means, it's my default gateway. Like, if you're on the LAN and you want to go to Google, well, it ain't here, so you got to go that way. And then once you've passed our router, on the way out, then you're in the cloud, man.
Yeah, we can't help
my
you.
problem.
Once you're just out there with God.
Exactly. If that shit doesn't work, then God is broken.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So sacrilegious. Oh my God.
Yeah, God is broken. And so that's it. And so, yeah, I mean, the cloud really, to me, the internet was naturally, it's like if you look at Gmail's application as a service, and but that would be considered cloud. Like, cloud is either software as a service, application as a service. Those are the same things.
Anywhere that you're storing something, anywhere that you're storing stuff on somebody else's server farms the cloud, and that's really what it happens. Okay, you're storing it on your hard drive. No, I'm storing it on Amazon's hard drive. Okay, you're in the cloud. That's
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it used to be a web server, basically. I use, let's say, some company and I host my site there, and that's how you thought of it. It's on a web server somewhere at this company. Now we just call that the cloud. And it's as I've heard it.
All right, now we've confused everyone, and I have to leave here. See, so we're going to leave everybody hanging, not knowing what the hell the cloud is. Just remember, once you leave your house, you're in the fucking cloud. You're floating.
Yeah, you open that garage door.
And if you can't get to the internet, God is broken. Those are the two takeaways that we should have from this post-producer show.
Exactly.
Oh,
I love it. God is broken.
All right, so everybody knows that now, and we'll feel better.
Spreaker can't get their shit together.
Hey, it's been working today. We did not that I had to reboot the machine, which is not too bad. But let me get this thing produced, and then you can do the producer stuff, and you've got the imagery. You've got the Doomy image. Hopefully, I don't know. Actually, the feedback was so good that it made up for making no money. So that's good.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, 2 great emails. I mean, that's something. And
it is something. Oh, yeah, I was going to wrap that topic up with just like when it comes to Cisco and not being an international company anymore to some extent. It's like without the big money that they make. So they may be a big company, they may be corporate America.
Oh no.
That has like pros and cons. But the thing is, without the big money, like without them making the big dollars and having international business, then a lot of technology stops happening. So, I mean, we got a lot of the internet owes a lot to Cisco for the way it functions, and now with what's going on with them ceasing to make as much money, not being an international company as much as they were, that stifles the development of the internet worldwide. So, just saying,
bitches,
screwing
up innovation, keeping us behind where we could go to freaking Sweden and get 500 gig down, 30 gig up for €5 a month. I'm paying upwards of $100 to get 10 down, 2 up on a business class tier 1 line, and well, that's because the cloud's getting more and more expensive by the day. But anyway, hey man, thanks for hanging out with me and doing the post producer show. This has been fun.
Yeah, take care. And that's where we have our email now too, Sweden, because the cloud. Well, the NSA is out there in the cloud, so.
The NSA is the cloud, and the cloud is the NSA. Once it leaves your house...
And the cloud is God, and it's broken.
I think we got it. I think everybody should get this. All right. Yeah. Well, hopefully the show turned out okay. I think
it sounded good. It really sounded good. It was good.
The audio was pretty good?
The audio sounded really good, and you guys were really working together really well. It was good. It was not, contentious. It was just, you guys just laid it out. I liked it, really.
Yes, because we're usually contentious. No,
yes, Jamie and Adam were fine because Adam had his cookie, and it all worked out.
Yeah, I think that we chemically dampened Charlie a little bit. He was chemically dampened with the beer, or maybe that's what got him so excited. I don't know. He's like, these sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. Fucking shit up. Anyway. All right, Craig. Appreciate it as always, my friend.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.